Good morning, guys. Good morning. Got a little gentle breeze going here, but I gotta tell you, it's really humid. But you know what? I'll take this over wintertime anytime, anytime. Today is wash day. I'm gonna be washing this 2008. I'm sorry, 2007. It's still early for me. Didn't drink enough coffee this morning. Silverado, Chevy Silverado, goes by the name of coffee. And I got my little S10 Ranger out here first. Gonna do a wash job on it. Oh, I'm really excited about this. If you've watched my older videos, maybe just a few back, where I was working on the 76 Blazer that belongs to Tim Dixon at Gas Axe Chop Shop. You can find Tim, by the way, on Facebook. Just type in Gas Axe Chop Shop on the search. Axe is spelled A-X-E, and you can see some of the things Tim is working on. One of them being my 78 GMC truck. Shannon, Tim has worked on a bunch of my stuff, just about every one of my trucks and cars. So he's a master motorcycle builder, award winning, and I won't get into all that, but just check out his Facebook page. Plus, he's a really good friend of mine, like one of my best friends. So I was thinking about that piece on the passenger side in the front that goes, well, I'll just kind of show you. Okay, if you're not familiar with the 76 Blazer, we put Penetrol on it and all that, and it's waiting on pickup from Tim. It's one of those that goes right here on the front fender of the 76 Blazer. So I found this. I looked and looked, and I finally found this one. I had one. It's not perfect, but it's better than what Tim has. So I'm going to give this a real good wash job here in a few minutes. And I told Tim I found one. I had two for the driver's side for some strange reason, and one for the passenger side. So this is the only one. I can't believe I found it. I didn't know I had one. So this worked out really good. So I'm going to get this cleaned up, and might put a little more black in the right in here. My wife does that for me most of the time, but she's not here at the moment. She's went to run some errands and this, that, and the other, and so before the sun gets on this driveway, I'm going to try to get the washing done best I can, quick as I can. Then I'll put some Penetrol on it, try to make it match the rest of the trim on the Blazer. I got me 2 buckets here already, clean water and car wash soap. I'm going to use 1 bucket for here and here. And I'm going to try this stuff here I bought. I don't think I've used this brand before, but I'm going to try it, see how it does, and we'll go from there. This little Ranger, what I'm trying to do is get these things cleaned up, and then I'm going to do a hand wax job. I probably won't get to the hand wax job today, but at least I'll have them ready. I haven't washed these in so long, and guys, I don't never let my stuff get this dirty. I mean, but it's pollen season, and you cannot, I mean, it's horrible. And if you've watched my videos any length of time, you've heard me coughing, and I apologize for that, but it's just East Tennessee pollen. It's pretty thick, and every time we go in and out of the house at the front door here, we pretty much have to vacuum because it sticks to your shoes. And of course, we vacuum every time we come in, trying to keep the pollen from getting all over the house. We try to stay as clean as we can. So I'm going to get at it. I'm going to wet this thing down, get this done out of the way. It's a small truck, and I'd like to spend a little bit more time on this one. It's going to take a little longer to do. So if I can get this out of the way, I'll be pretty happy. So hang in there, and we'll see what it looks like in a few minutes. Well, I got this little S10 Ranger cleaned up. The pollen and the bird crap and all the other stuff is on here. I'm ashamed to say how dirty this thing was. But I've also made a mistake right here. This is, I didn't read it properly. That's not my dog. This stuff here, the Shranex, is 2-in-1 exterior detailer. I thought it was that stuff that you spray on a ceramic top deal. I've had before is the same color, but anyway, it doesn't matter. quick clean between washes. You're supposed to, of course, shake it up good. Shake well, spray on product one section at a time. Rub product evenly over surface in circular motion using a clean, dry microfiber towel. Then get another towel and wipe it off. But I'm going to do an experiment because this is my S10 Ranger and I got this stuff and I've got water up here. I'm going to climb in the back. I'm going to climb in the back of this truck. Oh. And just for giggles, because I bought the wrong thing. I guess I should have read better, but it doesn't matter. I'll still use it. But let's see what it does here, okay? I'm just going to spray it on this kind of like wet surface. I'll rub it in with my terry cloth rag here, and we'll see what it looks like. I like doing experiments on my stuff, not on anybody else's stuff that I happen to be fooling with. Golly, that stuff smells good. I ought to put some behind my ear and see if Mrs. P, see if she even notices. Let's see. I'm just playing around, guys. I'll just smear this on. What's it gonna hurt? What's it gonna hurt? I'm trying to get the middle part of that windshield best I can because I struggle getting it with these bad knees. I'm going to hose it off and we'll see if it beads up anyway, okay? That's my whole point of this experiment. And if it doesn't, what have I lost? Not much. Probably didn't do much of anything, but we'll see. Place your bets. Excuse me. Place your bets. Do you think it's going to beat up? Yes or no? I say yeah. I guess maybe just to be different from you guys. I figured the majority of y'all said no, but let's just see. Ready? Hey, look at that. So it really doesn't have to be dry, does it? As long as the metal's cool. I mean, it's rolling off in buckets. Guess I'll do the whole truck. I know I said I'm going to do a hand wax job. I probably, excuse me, will not get to that today. But if my wife gets back in time, I was wanting to clean her car, but we'll see. So I'm just going to do this just for giggles. Hang in there. Okay, let's wet this hood down again. And I'll do the hood as well. I know you're thinking, why are you cleaning up your little Ranger here? They're not worth very much, but to me it is, just because it's paid for. And it's a pretty good little old truck, really. It thinks it's an S10 because of these Corvette rally wheels on it. I took the Ford wheels off. That's why I call it S10 Ranger. Okay. Let's just see what it does. I don't have nothing to lose here at all. Oh. I don't think I'd want to let this stuff dry on here, but it kind of looks like that ceramic coating kind of stuff, doesn't it? I mean, a little bit. The color sure fooled me. I just seen it, to be honest with you, my wife and I was at a store and they had this stuff on clearance and I didn't even read the package. I told her, I said, I think that's that ceramic stuff, and they were closing out or something. I don't know what they were doing at the store, but anyway, I told her, I said, I think I'll get me a couple of these. It was kind of like half price, and now I realize I kind of messed up, but that's okay. I'll still use it. So for detailing, golly, there's two birds in a heck of a fight over there. Can you see them? I've been hearing a lot of racket over there. I don't know. They just having a problem with one of the birds being too loud and the other one can't sleep or what. I don't know. I don't know. Maybe one's a daytime sleeper. Okay, I put some on this plastic bug guard anyway. This was on the truck when I got it about 16, 17, 18 years ago, and I just never have. It's good. Okay, let's rinse it off, see what we got. Then I gotta get on some kind of time before the sun catches up here. Oh, here we go, ready? Well, dang, I gotta tell you that, heck, I'm really impressed. Look how that's beaten up. I mean, I really, even on the plastic. Hang on a minute. Okay, guys, that was my wife, Mrs. PIB, and I don't know if I mentioned this. You know, sometimes in the videos, I don't know what I've said and what I haven't. So my wife she used to teach, or she was a teacher's assistant for 4-year-olds, and some of them are graduating. She's done that for years and years. Some of them are graduating, and she went to the graduation. You know, the ones that are older now, and I'm not really sure how old they are. She probably told me, but in the mornings I'm not worth much talking to because I'm not awake. So, but anyway, getting back to this. It beads up pretty good, doesn't it? I'm really impressed. I guess I'll do the whole truck just because I can, and I got this stuff sitting here. I bought a bunch of bottles of it. It was pretty cheap, or otherwise I wouldn't have got it. But okay, I'll show you what it looks like when I get done. See you in a bit. Guys, I sprayed that whole thing. I'm sorry, let me start all over. I sprayed this much on this truck, and it wasn't beading. The water wasn't beading at all because I hadn't waxed it probably since last fall. I always hand wax my trucks and cars, like 2 or 3 times a year, hand wax. And but I mean, I want you to look. If you want maybe a cheaper alternative to this ceramic wax. I'm not saying this is any better. I'm just telling you what's going on with me. I like it. So I'm going to dry this thing off, and we'll see what it looks like. It still needs a hand wax job. This paint, this is a 93 Ranger, and it's been used as a truck. But when it's got a good hand wax job on it, it kind of brings out the paint. You know, it's pretty shiny, at least for a little while. So I'm going to dry it off, and I'm going to get on this 2007 Chevy truck coffee and clean it up, because golly, it needs it. Anyway, one more thing I was going to tell you is I got an unexpected phone call from my friend Ronnie Tyler in Madisonville, Tennessee. Ronnie Tyler and his son Josh, that's who I buy all my wheels from, not these, but the ones on my C10 trucks, American Racing torque thrust wheels, 20s. That's what I always get, 20 by 8s, 20 by 10s, and I put them on my C10 trucks because I think that's, in my opinion, it's the prettiest wheel. I like those. I like salt flat wheels. There's several different styles I get, but most are that I like, I should say, but I always get the torque thrust. I guess I'm just a sucker for those wheels. Anyway, make a long story short, Ronnie called me and said I was pleasantly surprised. I had a YouTube subscriber. We was on a 3-way call, and Ronnie was telling me I had a subscriber that drove all the way out of state. I'm not going to mention the state or name or nothing, but to come buy a set of wheels from Ronnie, and that just really touched me, because Ronnie and Josh are good people, and I'm just proud. You know, I wouldn't steer you wrong if I recommend anybody, you know, like Ronnie, or, you know, I've mentioned some other people in my videos in the past, and you know, if I say they're good folks, they're good folks. And anyway, I'm really proud that my YouTube subscriber heard me mention Ronnie's name and his phone number, where he's at in Madisonville, and went and bought a set of wheels. So I'm real proud for him. And if you're watching this video, maybe you can send me a picture of your truck with the wheels on it to my Instagram, or, you know, I got Instagram, Facebook, Primered is best. If you'd like to send me a picture of them, but maybe before and after, that would be great. I'd like that, depending on when you're seeing this video. But I'm real proud for Ronnie and my YouTube subscriber. They're, like I said, Ronnie and Josh, and also my YouTube subscriber, really good folks. I really enjoyed talking to them there for a few minutes. So proud for you, and proud for everybody. And congratulations on your set of wheels. I think you'll be really, really happy with them. Okay, I need to drive this off and get on this truck. See y'all in a bit. Guys, I should have mentioned this before. Hey, I still use a flip phone. Hang on a minute. I got to. Otherwise, when I'm making videos, I get all kinds of calls from scammers and stuff. But it's Ronnie's business, Ronnie Tyler. It's Madisonville Wheels. That's what I call it. Wheels and tires. That's what I have it in my phone. Anyway, the phone number is 423-253-4034. And if you want to talk to Ronnie, just give him a holler. Him or Josh, either one will pick up, and they'll be happy to answer any questions you might have about wheels and tires. They also sell racing, car and truck racing stuff, and lawnmower equipment and parts for lawnmowers as well. I wouldn't mention him if he wasn't a good guy. So Ronnie and Josh both are real good folks, and otherwise I wouldn't have bought so many wheels there. I mean, you know, one bad experience, you know, for me, one bad experience, you know, I'll move on, and I wouldn't promote anybody. Anyway, give Ronnie a holler, and he'll let you know if he's got the wheels in that you're looking for, or if you want something. Ronnie's done this long enough that if you have a certain vehicle, he can tell you if the wheels will fit or not, or what you got to do to make them fit. I mean, he's done this for years. He's not just one of those people that just got started selling wheels and tires. And as far as I know, I mean, around this area, he's the cheapest around, and in my opinion, does the best job. I mean, I've never had any, like I said, wheel weights come off or anything. You know, everything's good. And anyway, Ronnie will let you know if he's got the wheels in, and of course he'll probably, or you need to tell him, or he'll ask you, what are you putting them on, and he'll make sure, you know, that they will fit. You know, if you have a concern, you know, if you're going to go with wider tires, wheels and tires in the back, or whatever, all the way around, just whatever. I don't know what your situation is, of course, but Ronnie is real knowledgeable, and I mean, he's not a fly-by-night guy. He'll be there this week, next year. You know, he's going to be there. So anyway, got this little Ranger done. I hope you probably can't tell much difference, but golly, that pollen's gone and it looks so much better. And I didn't realize I'm going to get jokes for this. I didn't realize, there's my plane that I don't have. I didn't realize there's so much bird poop on on this truck. Golly, they just kind of bombed it. So, but I got all that off, and it's now ready for a good wax job. So I got it kind of clean. It might get a little bit dirty, and I can use a detailer or something, but to get it off whenever I get around to doing a hand wax job on it. Now it's time to move these around. We're going to flip flop, and I'm going to put this over here and this out here in the front, and let's get started on this one. This is the one I'm kind of dreading because it's so big for me. So it's a 2007, and this is the part I'm really dreading. And my wife said she was wanting to be here to get this stuff off. That pollen gets in these grooves, and it takes forever to get them out. Oh my goodness. Anyway, that's one downfall about this, living here in East Tennessee, is those grills. But anyway, yeah, let's get on it. Guys, you know, if you're a long-time subscriber to my channel, Primer is Best, you know that I have a little radio I set out here that it messed up. Can't put batteries in it anymore. Something broke on the back. No big deal. I just plug it up. But anyway, my point is, do you remember that song? You remember the Monkees? I listen to oldies but goodies now. Hard to imagine I'm saying oldies but goodies. But I'm 65, and you know, do you remember the show The Monkees? And they were playing the Monkees theme song just a minute ago. And did you ever walk around like that with your friends when you was a young kid? Of course, when the Monkees came out, I was probably 10 years old. And I think they came out in 66 or 7. Anyway, 9 or 10 years old. Anyway, my classmates and I, back when I was in grammar school, we'd put our arms, you know, and take the same kind of steps, you know, like the Monkees did. That was good times, wasn't it? Anyway, just reminiscing. If you're an older person, you know what I'm talking about. If not, look on YouTube, and YouTube will just type in the Monkees, and you can see their opening song. You know, the Monkees. I love the Monkey Mobile. It was a customized GTO, and golly, I love that car. Anyway, let's get back to work. I can talk to y'all all day and not get nothing done. Hang on. Okay, I managed to get myself up here. Look how dirty this is. Anyway, I wet the whole truck down trying to get the biggest majority of pollen off of it. So now I'm going to get started. I'm going to give it a wash, and I'll squirt this stuff on here. See y'all in a bit. Okay, guys, I don't mean to bore you to death. I got this thing washed off, and with that car wash soap that I have, and windows and all that stuff, the back glass is what I mean. I've got it all cleaned off. I'm fixing to do a wash and repeat on this one, just like I did that little S10 Ranger, and I'm going to spray this on here. I was going to tell you something real quick that reminded me of this. If you have a truck like this one right here, this is a 2007 Chevy Silverado truck. If you wind up having a leak in your cabin of your truck, it's the third brake light. I had to get that fixed. I could not figure out when I got this truck where the leak was coming from, and I had it resealed, and that stopped it. I didn't know where it was coming from. I mean, there was no evidence it was running down the windows or anything. I didn't know, but I just thought I'd give you that little tip. So if you have a leak, you know, when you're vacuuming and you feel water or dampness, it's probably that third brake light. So I learned something new. I've learned a lot owning this truck. Well, all of them, really. I mean, you can't help but learn if you own one for a while. Thought I'd show you that and get back with you. Don't do anything I do, folks, on account that I'm saying it's good. But this wasn't beating up a while ago, and it's beating up pretty good. The water's just rolling right off of it, and just like it did the Ranger. I just wanted to show you before I climb down out of here. I'm going to do the rest of the truck, and I'll get back with you in just a minute. I don't mean to make my videos long, but I just had to show you. See you in a bit. Okay, guys, I got this thing washed and dried, and cleaned out the, let's see, washed out the bed, and still got a bunch of water in it. I'm going to pull it up and drain all the water out. Took my, dang, what'd I do with it? Well, I had it just a second ago. Found it. Sitting on top of that Lincoln. Got my wife's toothbrush, and this isn't my wife's toothbrush. It's just an old toothbrush I used. I go to the dentist and they give me new ones. So kind of went in here like this and got most of the pollen out. I'll have to do that a few times to get it all gone, but looks much better. Kind of dusted off. Pollen gets everywhere. Golly, this thing is hard to clean. And you know, I kind of dusted everything off best I could with a damp cloth. I had my buddy that cleans up cars for a living. He professionally detailed the engine here about a year or two ago, and I might ask him to do it again just because. To be honest with you, I've never I've never had a truck in my life this nice, and I still can't believe it's mine. But it's a 2007 Chevy, and I'm just tickled to death to have it. My wife really likes it. She won't drive it because she says it's too big and she's not used to it, and I can kind of see her point. Reason being, she drives that little Scion XB all the time, and she's used to, you know, driving a smaller vehicle, and this can be somewhat overwhelming, I guess, when you go from that smaller car to this. This truck does have a few blind spots, but I got everything kind of cleaned up best I could. Went around the letters with the toothbrush and all the trim, the door handles, the mirrors, all that kind of stuff. There's just pollen. It gets in thick, kind of like a, I don't know, kind of like a paste or something. You have to get a screwdriver, a toothbrush to get it out, loosen it up and get it out of there. But I'm sure there's still some I missed. I got the wheels cleaned best I could. This has been a long time since I went back to the video, and you know, I got the wheel wells all clean. I don't drive this truck in the rain. I know that sounds crazy, but I don't. I try to keep everything spick and span on this thing, just because, like I said, I've never had one this nice. You know, it's pretty clean for 07. It's got the 4.8 in it. It's not the 5.3, 4.8. And I was kind of studying about this truck before I got it. You know, I was asking some of my friends, and a lot of people prefer the 4.8. I was kind of hoping it'd be a 5.3, but a lot of people like the 4.8 better because something about, now don't quote me on this, something about maybe the cylinder walls are a little thicker, it don't overheat or something. I'm not sure. Don't quote me on anything I say. Don't even do anything I just done in this video. I mean, do anything I do at my house in my videos at your own risk. I'm just showing you what I do, by the way. So if you're new to the channel and you wonder why we named this truck Coffee, is because the person that owned it before me used to smoke in it. And as I just mentioned, my friend that details cars and trucks for a living, he told me to go get some coffee. So we bought a big old jar of coffee, some cinnamon coffee. I forgot the name brand, it doesn't matter. Anyway, he said, get you some little plastic tubs, which is what we did. And we set it down in the floorboard, and I let it set for days. You know, I done that for probably a couple of months. You know, just every time we drive it, you know, I'd put them little containers back, you know, get me a stick, stir up the coffee, and let that smell get in here. And it absorbed the cigarette smoke. I don't smell any trace of cigarette smoke anymore. And it just smells like cinnamon. And that's been a long time ago since I had them tubs in here. I would replenish, you know, I'd finally dump the old coffee out, put new cinnamon coffee in, and just let it sit, you know, close the windows, let it sit. Smelled like coffee. So I mean, if you like cinnamon, go get you some cinnamon coffee. I don't know where we got this at. I'm sure it was a sundry store or something. I don't know, something cheap. And so we just named the truck Coffee just because of that. And anyway, it's a pretty good truck. I try to take the best care of it I can. It's a good running old truck. It's got 196,000 miles on it. There's nothing. I always put towels on everything. Can you tell I'm getting old? I put towels on everything. I don't know, windshield, everything. Try to just take care of it, because like I said, when you get something, y'all's probably laughing at me, but when you get something this nice, when you're used to driving, you know, the nicest truck you've ever had is a 93 Ford Ranger, you know, with air and everything, and then you get this, you know, it's quite a big step up. And I'll say this, that little Ranger, I know I've told you this before, but that little Ranger, it gets probably, I'm going to guess 20 miles to the gallon, I guess. It's a 4-cylinder 5-speed. It's really weak, but it'll get you there and back. You know, I have no complaints. I've had that all these years. 16, 17, 18 years, I guess. I've had that truck. And this one just about gets the same gas mileage as this, and you get Look how much more truck you get. But that's the difference between a 93 and a 2007. Quite a big difference, I mean, as far as upgrades and stuff, I guess you'd say. But anyway, I'll end this video here. I know it's quite long. I didn't mean to bore you to death just washing 2 trucks, but I'm getting ready to do a hand wax job. I'll be ready for it. So y'all have a blessed day. You're watching Primer is Dead. You're watching Primer is Best. Can you tell I'm tired? On YouTube. I have an Instagram Primer is Best, Facebook Primer is Best, and I even have a second YouTube channel called Man on a Budget. If you'd like to subscribe to it, I would appreciate it. Guys, it's about 2 o'clock and I've been doing this for hours. I haven't had a drink of water. I haven't ate anything all day. So if you're wondering why I'm kind of going, hoo-hoo-hoo, that's why. Instagram Man on a Budget 1. Forgot where I was at. If you'd subscribe to both my YouTube channels, Primer is Best and Man on a Budget, I sure would appreciate it. And hope y'all's having a blessed day. The Lord is in charge. They're calling for some rain this afternoon, but it's okay. I got this pollen and stuff off, and you know, kind of clean, and you know, looking good. Golly, I can even see the color of the hood now, so that's great. Y'all have a blessed day, like I said, and I'll catch y'all in the next one. I hope to see you then. Bye.